You're listening to the G Cope Network New Artist Music Podcast.
Where we epitomize streaming good vibrations.
And I'm your host, Sabrina Gooseby, aka Madam Think Therapy, where I believe self-love is mental health awareness.
And this is your boy, only one, Obi Clark. And you know what I do, but I ain't gotta explain it to you.
All right.
And I would like to introduce today a woman, a mother, a dance instructor, and what I'm totally convinced of right now is that she's awesome sauce disguised as a lady. Everybody, Miss Aviva Gottlieb.
Hi, I'm Aviva Gottlieb, and I'm very excited to be with you both today.
Thank you.
All right. Love it. All right. So I just want to tell you this, Aviva. I want to acknowledge the time zone difference. So we really appreciate you taking time with the New Artist Music Podcast, Sabrina and I. You know, we're not going to keep you up too late because I know it's the head of your work week.
Mm-hmm. It's morning for us and night for you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, so let's get into this. Let's do the meat and potatoes of this interview. So, all right. So let's say, okay, now you are a West African dance instructor. First, let's let the listening audience understand your background and what this was something that you learned in your upbringing.
It's something that I learned when I was in college, and I teach West African, not just West African dance. I'm trained in djembe and sabar and Afro-Haitian, and I also have my own like more lyrical style Afrobeat.
I like that.
And that's what I've been doing lately since October 7th, mostly more of that style with my class. It's something I loved. When I was in college, I went to Barnard, and I took a African dance class. They just had this dance class, and I just loved it. I just thought it was like the best thing ever. I just fell in love with the drama. I was like, oh, this is amazing. And I just kept it up, you know. I kept it up. I was like an African dance studio rat for like over a decade, and spent all of my time in African dance studios when I wasn't working. And I went to Senegal twice, and I just loved it. And then I forgot about it for many years because I was busy, married, working, raising a family. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you have any like choreographer mentors or like anyone who inspired you specifically?
You know, yes, my dance teachers, which are people I learned with now, it must be at least over maybe 17 or 18 years ago. That's how far away. I hadn't danced for 15 or 16 years. But something about living here, moving to Israel, and close to Africa, and Israel is a place where a Jewish soul comes alive, and my soul is really connected to this dance. So it's like all these things that I learned so many years ago. It was like I never forgot.
That's
something
beautiful.
just kind of just like burst and popped up. So I mean, yeah, I definitely have gratitude to all of my African dance teachers. There was Julio Jean, who taught me Haitian. There's Baba Karambai, who taught me Sabar. This is all in New York City. There's Geneva Mouflet, who has the dance studio. I think he still has a dance studio, does djembe. Those are my primary teachers. I learned with other people. I took some Brazilian. Those are the three primary teachers. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, just love their stuff. They're like just amazing dancers. So
that's beautiful.
And you know what? I know. You want to follow behind that again, Sabrina, because you was talking about your love for capoeira, right?
Well, a few years ago, me and my children, we learned capoeira. It was at a local park, and they were teaching it for free, and we learned it, loved it. And, I was going to ask you, do you do any dance with your children? Do your children participate with you? Because I know it was fun for me and my family.
Yeah, I mean, they always see me dance around the house, and I'm always dancing everywhere where I go. So they see that, but they're all unique souls. So they're all pulled to different things. Like my oldest daughter, is a hip hop dancer. And she's
Oh,
really
wow,
good.
okay.
She's been in some one professional dance video, maybe two. I have to think about it. At least one. She does a hip hop group with her friends.
I saw your son dancing on
that's
Facebook.
activity. Oh yeah, my son's an amazing dancer, but he doesn't like to dance. You know, he does this like karate. He's into karate, but he's very coordinated. Yeah, you know, he's not really into dancing. He could be if he wanted to.
Okay, yeah, I think so.
And then and then my youngest is into gymnastics, and then my second youngest, I have 5 kids, is like an actress, and she does jazz dance, but then my second oldest plays the piano. They're all different, you know, whatever
That's
they want to do.
beautiful. They all in the arts.
Whatever gets what?
I said they're all in the arts. That's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone is. Everyone likes to do something, you know, just about. I mean, I rarely meet someone that doesn't like to have any sort of creative expression. Even whatever, if it's cooking, like Opie, you're a cook, right? Cooking is very creative. Like everyone likes to do it, you know. Because that made us creators. Like we're all creators. There's always something you love to do. You
Right.
know?
I've been saying that all my life.
Yeah. Love
what?
I say I agree with you. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the world is art in itself, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
the world is art in itself. Yes.
So let me ask you this: since you sound like you're a real woman of the world and things like that, have you? One question: have you traveled? And then first off, let me refer back to you said that you learned Haitian. Did you learn these in Haiti? Did you learn these dances in the actual countries that they descend from? Like you learned it in Haiti? Or did you learn it in Africa or anything like that?
Yeah. So most of the dancing I learned in New York City, in the New York City African Dance Studios. It was mostly Geneva, Geneva Mouflay in his dance studio, and then there was Ferretta, and then there was another one called Leslie Dance and Skate. That wasn't an African one, but there were a lot of African classes around Union Square, or whoever knows New York, in that area, in Broadway, Lafayette. And then I went to Senegal twice. I went on, I love Sabar, so I went on dance trips. You know, so some teachers would bring over their students, and you'd go and just, you know, dance in the sun and dance on the beach and dance every day. It was really, really, really fun. So,
Sounds
yeah,
nice.
I love that. That was great. That was in my 20s.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I also lived in India when I was younger, but that, you know, that was before. But I think I took the African dance before that. I think I was in India my junior year abroad, and then I think I started the African dance my sophomore year. And then, that's probably what happened. Then I came back my senior year of college and started dancing. But I wanted to dance when I was in India also. I was like really loved it, but I was too sick. I was always sick from something or other over there. There's just some stomach
Bollywood
stuff.
dances?
Too much dancing. No, the traditional North Indian classical dances, they're just beautiful.
okay.
You know?
Right.
Have you ever seen like North India, like
No, I
even
haven't.
South? I mean, Indian dance is really intricate, like very really neat,
Yes,
like
it
hand
is. I
poses
saw
and like
it.
neck moves and stuff, and feet moves. You get to wear little bells on your feet, you know.
Wow.
I couldn't keep that up. I was like,
That's
something
awesome.
bad, stomach ailment the whole year.
You know what? This is the main thing that really made me just really like you and really like. Remember, we spoke about this before because remember I've interviewed you before with the last company that I was with, and I remember that you was telling me that the two different cultural dances, the Dimba, or what is it? Correct me if I'm pronouncing wrong. The other two, what are they called? For the Dimbe, and what's the other one?
Sabar?
Okay, now can you explain to the listening audience what's the difference between those?
Sure. Sabar is a dance form that's particular to Senegal and the Gambia. I think it's made its way to like other parts of West Africa, but but both of those dance styles are based on they're called that because that's what the drum is called. So there's the Sabar drum, and then there's the djembe drum. So the Sabar, they're just like a whole different set of drums, like, you know, there's the djembe, and then there's the junjun, and then there's like with the so and those you slap with your hand. With the Sabar, they're not all like that, but they're like thinner, and you can whack it with a stick. It's a different sound, and the movements are different. Sabar is much harder. So, it's just it's
like
awesome.
the next level.
I love it. It's just like, It's like it's really like the next level. I think, and what I love about it, it's like, to me, it looks like a flame that's like just going towards heaven. You know, like the way people jump and spin. It's like, it's just awesome. I love it. It's just totally
I love dance
amazing,
too.
you know?
You know, I see that you're very passionate, you know, about the dance, you know, and I was scrolling your Facebook page and I learned that you do have a really great personality, and I can see it today, you know, and I'm thankful for that. And you also post, I noticed that you post a lot about your religion and your family and your dancing. My question was, what keeps you motivated and dedicated as a woman?
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. What?
Yeah, what keeps you motivated and dedicated every day as a woman?
What keeps me motivated and dedicated every day? Wow. I'd say I think now that I live here in Eretz Yisrael, in the land of Israel, it's like such a soul connection that doing that and like having like my spark reunited with dance, like those two things fused together.
Yes.
With just being here and having the blessings of my family, being here with my husband and my kids, and just feeling like I'm here. Like
it sounds like you're surrounded with love.
I'm surrounded by love, and I'm living in the land that Hashem gave my people. This is a gift.
Yes.
This is a gift that He gave us, this land, and I'm fortunate that we were able to pick ourselves up and move here. You know, there's a phrase in Hebrew, you may hear it a lot, like Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish people live, or Ani Chai. Something about being here, just you feel very alive. Like it just ignites your soul, and that's like when I first visited here in 1998, and I wasn't religious then, but I just saw that. Like people looked really alive here. You know, there's something very alive in the air.
Sounds like I need to make a visit.
There's just like a life pulse. There's a life pulse here, and there's also just a life pulse like in the dance. That's why I love African dance. There's something. That dance form, I think for me anyway, more than if it was ballet. I mean, everyone has their thing that they love to do, but like there's like when people like do African dance, well, especially West African, there's like a real life force in that. Like, and it's just it makes you look really alive. So
that's beautiful.
That's what motivates me. Yeah.
Wow.
That's beautiful right there. You know what? Let me ask you this: given the situation, given it on the world stage right now, how tough is it living in Israel right now? If you don't mind just telling with the people, since you live there.
You know what? I have to say, because I believe in Hashem so much, and I know the promise that He gave me and He gave my people, I just put the blinders on. Because why do I have to go to the news site and look at all of the people that hate me? Why? Like, I know the world. I know most of the world hates me, hates my people. So why should I engage in that? He gave me and my people a promise that this is our land, and one day Mashiach will come, and all the children of Israel come back and live here, and there'll be peace in the world. He's not a man that lies.
That's
Hashem
right.
is God. So like I know that's the final end game. So why am I going to get caught up in all the everything, like a dog chasing a stick, barking at everyone and getting mad? Just, you know,
I agree. You gotta stay happy.
A lot of people to stand firm in what's going on. I hope they really be inspired by your words right now.
Yeah.
You know, like people are different. It's not my personality. Like I'm not like a keyboard warrior where like I can go on everyone's Facebook page and fight everyone. It's not me. Like I'd be like in tears and like 3 seconds, like, oh, you hurt my feelings. You know, like it's just not my personality. Like, and why do I need to engage in that? What does it do? It doesn't do anything. It's not. Everyone has a different role. That's not my role. Like I don't want to engage in that. And listen, Facebook has been around a while. I know enough. Like, you know, if you want to have a conversation with someone and you want to change someone's mind, pick up the phone and talk to them directly, privately.
Yes.
You're going to have a huge argument with someone where there's like, someone has like 5,000 followers or whatever. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, pick up the phone, talk to them, and tell them you love them and you want to, you know, or at least let them hear that you're criticizing them because you think that they're wrong and you want to have a conversation because you love them and they're your friend, not just like this public thing. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like people just hurt each other all the time. Like for what?
Right.
Like, what's the point?
Right.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah. Aviva, another great thing that stood out to me on your page was one of your pinned comments that I believe is an event that's coming up soon, and it talked about holistic movement and wellness practice that combines dance and mindfulness. Now, this is awesome, because I believe, again, like I said, self-love is mental health awareness, mind, body, and soul. And so when it said dance with mindfulness, now two things popped up to my mind. Number one was, this sounds very therapeutical. And number two was, the other one was, is dancing with mindfulness, is that trying not to move your lady parts? I was trying to get a full understanding of what dancing with mindfulness is.
Yeah, it's interesting because that portion is being done by a friend of mine who does, her name is Yona Morgenstern. She's doing Nia. So that's not what I specialize in. When I dance, I'm just dancing, having a good time. Someone forwarded me something the other day about like therapies, like the best therapies, and like the top of the list was dance.
Yep.
Like there's nothing like without it being attached to anything. So yeah, I don't think it's about moving a certain part or not. I mean, people express themselves differently. I think your whole body should be used in dance, but some people it's fun too. Like after my dance class, we take these little videos of each other, and everyone's got their like signature move. Like there's one person who always like moves their arms a certain way. Like I must have had like done like 3 things. I'm like always doing the same stuff. Like people have their like little dances, So
Okay.
I don't know, whatever.
I mean, I enjoy, watching your dancing on Facebook, and I would assume that it's dancing with mindfulness. Because I found it very creative and different. And like I said,
Interesting. I don't really, I guess that for me, like, that's not my niche. I don't really think I'm like thinking like mindfulness, like I'm this or that. I'm just like out there. I'm just
having a
free,
good time.
Like it's just like, I'm just free. And that gives me, that brings me joy. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hey guys, so listen, let me ask you this. I want to address the elephant in the room. For the unenlightened in society. Okay. Have you dealt with any accusations of appropriation? Because you being Israeli Ashkenazi descendant, some people may think that some people definitely saying that's why I said the unenlightened society. Can you say anything about that? Have you heard anything like that?
No. I think that's kind of silly. I mean, honestly, like I think it's like, does that mean like Jimi Hendrix shouldn't play guitar, rock and roll? Like it's just like people have their taste. Like people, have their personal preferences. So, like, white people like rap, black people like rock and roll, like a lot of Jewish people like Chinese food, like we like Chinese food. Just give people a break. Let people like what they like to like. What is this like? I don't know. I haven't had any of that. I haven't. I mean, once in a while I'll get like a negative comment from someone, but not that cultural appropriation. I'm like, okay. So I'll talk to you. What do I need to do? Okay.
Right. That's my favorite thing to do is block.
You're being mean.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. If you're being mean, then if you have a right to say what you want to say, and I have a right to block you. So,
that's right.
If you're nasty, then like why do I need you in my life? So. People want to get mad about stuff, and if that makes someone feel good to get mad about that, like I like African dance, and what does that mean? Does that mean that like that there are no Israelites in Africa?
Right.
So Israelites can't do African dance?
I just think it's a lack of education.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right. I said it's like you mentioned they came up out of Egypt anyway, right? Before they come to the Exodus, right?
Exactly. You know what? That's what I say. I'm like, when the people were in Egypt, they weren't doing ballet, you know?
Right.
They weren't doing ballet. They weren't doing the Irish jig in
Right.
Egypt, you know?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, they were doing it. It was in Africa. They say we didn't leave from the Swiss Alps. We left from
Right.
Africa. So.
Could you come up with that question because of the backdraft that Beyonce is dealing with, talking about how she's going into country music, and I'm like, why wasn't black people in the country when they were singing these songs back when these songs were supposed to be just appropriate? You know, it's just foolishness. But I just want to hear.
I think people need to relax about that stuff.
Absolutely.
I mean, let people be who they are, you know? And also,
Right.
I also honestly feel like this isn't our first time here. Like, we've been on this planet before, so how do you know what color you were, where you lived last go around?
Right.
Maybe you lived in Africa. Maybe your soul needs to express itself differently. Maybe if there's like someone who's black who really likes country music, maybe he's living on some, you know, Appalachian mountain somewhere, you know? Like, you don't know. Just let people do their thing. Like, what the heck? They're just having a good time. What is it bothering you for?
Right. There you
Happy
go.
for them.
Hey, I'm with it. I agree with you, you know. Relax.
Definitely need to lower the temperature in this country and the world right now. Definitely.
Relax and dance something.
Yeah.
So now, Sabrina, I know if you don't have any more questions.
I don't.
You don't. I know. So I have just one more question.
Sure.
Yes. Is there anything else that you would like for the listening audience to know about you and where they can find you and any upcoming events?
Sure. So you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You know, I'm in the Orthodox Jewish community, so, you know, my page is it's intended for women and girls. That's how it's marked. You know, we do things separately here, but that's where I am. It's a public page, and we have a women's event coming up in 2 weeks after Shabbos here in Ramat Beit Shemesh, and it's about unlocking your potential in the month of Adar, and we'll be dedicating it to particular hostages, and hopefully with the energy and the good energy that we create, that all the good energy that's created. Creates angels in the world, and those angels are here to stay. All the bad energy that's created gets fizzled out, but anything good that you do in the world is here to stay. So we hope with the energy that we create that will help create the angels that will help release the hostages. So
that's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Yes, I love that.
That's just wonderful. Okay, well, this has been a wonderful, wonderful interview.
Yes.
Getting to know Miss Aviva Allison Gottlieb,
Yes.
the lady disguised as Awesome Sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And
it has been a pleasing pleasure to speak with you today.
Right.
It's great to speak with you both.
Yes, and this has been Obi Clark, only one Obi-Wan.
And I'm Sabrina Gooseby, a.k.a. Madam Thig Therapy, where self-love is mental health awareness.
And you know it's your boy, Obi-Wan. And now, if it's at this time of the interview, it's time to say gone. New Artist Music Podcast. Let's go.
We out.